Hey everybody, so we're here at Chattanooga Con 2025 and I got my 3-year-old with me, Jackson. Say hey Jackson.
Hey.
Alright, so we got the whole family with us and I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm really just going to try to help Jackson look for things that he likes. But as always, I like Spider-Man stuff and Marvel and Star Wars. So Jackson, what are you looking for today?
Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla? What else?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers? What else?
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Anything else, or is that all?
That's all.
That's all. Okay. Well, maybe we'll show a little bit of footage while we're in there if I'm brave enough, and maybe at the end we'll show what we got. All right, tune in. That's cool. So I want to take a second and just talk about the experience of going to Chattanooga Con for the very first time. I took my whole family, of course, me and my 2 sons and my wife. My wife has been to one con 7 years ago, Cartersville Con, and my son has been to Cartersville Con 2024. So besides that, I've been to maybe like 6-7 cons at this point. And this was my first time going to Chattanooga. So it was definitely a cool experience. A little different, taking the whole family. Didn't get to look in a whole lot of comic bins and everything. Couldn't stay in one place too terribly long. The kids did really good. Jackson was all about him some Godzilla, and we tried to find something that Chase might like. So, and that'll be shown off here in just a minute. But yeah, it was cool getting to go around. We were there a little less than 2 hours, maybe around an hour and a half. Got to see some neat costumes. Got to see some cool vendors. And then what you should be seeing right now is a picture of me holding up Amazing Spider-Man #1 and Hulk #1. And I wish I could remember the vendor. I didn't think to look at the name of the place. I wish I would have. He was very nice. And I asked him, I said, was that a real Amazing Spider-Man #1? And he said, yes, it is. I said, wow, that's got to be the coolest book I've ever been around in person. And I think I've seen it one time before at a Cartersville Con. And he said, no, it isn't. Look below it. He said, there's Hulk #1 right there. So that was pretty funny. So I guess Hulk #1 is probably the best comic I've ever been around in person, unless there was something better over the years I just didn't recognize. But yeah, anyways, we had a great time. We got to look at a lot of different stuff, Funko Pops, some comics, more so wall comics. It's a little harder for me to buy wall comics these days, even though I still get really excited about it. I just don't have as much of an idea for what I'm looking for as I used to. So anyways, not to blabber on, it was just cool. It was big. It was a really nice experience, parking and everything. And Jordan was the one who kind of pushed me to go, so got to go because of him, and he got to walk around with us for a pretty good little while and look around and see our experience as well. And he also bought me one of the things I'm about to show off, so thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it, buddy. And then when we went to leave, we got to go eat lunch, or a late lunch, with Wesley and Jessica and their 2 children, who happened to be in Dalton at that time. So it was a great day overall, and then stay tuned for the pickups. Alright, we're here with Jackson, and he wants to show what he got off at the Comic Con today. Oh, and Chase. Chase wants to show what he got too. Alright, Jackson, what's this? What's in that comic book? It's a comic book. What? Power Rangers and
Godzilla.
yeah. Okay. Now, what's this?
This is.
That's for your light switch, but show what it is. Power Rangers Mystic Force for your light switch. Alright, now show your favorite thing. So we paid $15 and got Mecha Godzilla. Alright. Okay, Chase, I'm going to show you for a second. What did you get, Chase? Alright, we got Ninja Turtles playmat with their vehicle with it. All right, so he feels good about it. I can tell.
Now let open this thing up.
All right, tell everybody bye.
Bye.
if I edited this video correctly, then you should have just seen the pickup from the boys. And I'll say real quick, Elizabeth got some scrunchies for her hair, a Georgia Bulldog one, a Lilo and Stitch one, and a Grinch one. So that was mainly her pickup that she got, because she's not too into a whole lot of comic stuff, but she does like Marvel and DC movies. So, alright, real quick, I'll show you the other things that I got real quick. Okay. So here we have, I haven't given this to her yet, so she doesn't even know about it, but we have, I'm going to just turn this around, might make it a little easier. Captain Marvel Dark Tempest, number 4. All of these comics, except for the last one here, came from the 50-cent bin of the vendor I mentioned earlier. Again, wish I caught his name. He seemed pretty cool. Also got Wesley and Jessica a little bit of a care package out of those bins. That maybe they'll get a chance to show off one of these days. But overall, I spent $15 at the booth there. All right, so that one is for Elizabeth. All right, next we have some old Spider-Man reprints. I didn't see the exact issue, but this is from a comic from 1964, and it looks like this was reprinted around the time I saw advertisements involving like Mission Impossible 3, so maybe around 06. They does seem kind of old, but not really old, of course. So and these are really thin, like really thin. I think it's because they were just from shorter stories, because they're from such older comics, so it almost feels like you're just touching a cover, but there actually are pages there. And then same thing here. This one I think might have been from 1963. Okay, so that's like December 63 and then January 64 on the last one. So got a very early Vulture right there. Pretty cool. Next we have Star Wars Obi-Wan number 3 variant edition. I actually saw the regular cover too, and that's the one that caught my attention, but I've always loved Kit Fisto, so I saw he had a variant cover and had to get it. So I'm actually going to try to read that one. I think that's going to be pretty cool. All right. And then next we have, okay, so this is not just a regular comic, as you can see. We've got several issues here together, and it's got a price of $15 on it. So I actually asked the gentleman if this was supposed to be in the 50-cent bin, because I'm kind of a sucker like that, and he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, cool. So this is from that run of covers. I can't remember the exact volume, but it's those Alex Ross covers I just love for this era of Spider-Man. I'm actually going to try to read this one too. As you can see, there's a lot to that one. Again, I don't know how many issues are in that. Spider-Man Worldwide. That's the name I was looking for. Sorry, I'm a little bit rusty, and I've been slacking on my reading, so I need to get better. But yeah, so that was probably the best value find that I had, for sure. There's the back, if you're curious at all. But I can't argue, though. That's a really good deal on that. 50 cents. Okay, and then last but not least, I don't know if you'd call this a key or not, but it's a comic I've been needing for a long time, and one that actually means a lot to me. We have Wolverine number 17 from the 1988 run. I even double checked my inventory from my phone and saw that this issue makes me have quite a long run. And if you've been a fan of our channel for a while, you'll know that I have like a graphic novel collection of the run that I think it starts with this book, and runs for like maybe 6 or so issues, 7 issues. Anyways, I've been looking for this one forever, and I knew it had a good cover, but I guess I finally realized why I never found it in a dollar bin or something. And so you see the price, it wasn't exactly cheap, but I'm glad to finally add this to my collection and getting that full run, most of which I think I got from TJ's Media back in the day. This feels good, because there's a lot of runs out there I have not finished, and I'm so glad that I can finally do that. And then last but not least, I want to show off what Jordan got me for my birthday. He kind of sabotaged me a little bit. I didn't know he was going to do it, and I found the first thing that I was about to buy, and he kind of snatched it and paid for it for my birthday, the rascal. But long story short, we have got Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, the Wing Gundam Zero, and it's beautiful. Dude, that might be the best Funko Pop that I have, at least as far as singles go. Oh my gosh, I'm such a sucker for Gundam. Jordan even said he forgot I'm such a sucker for Gundam, so you can see on the back. They actually had some of the other ones there too, but I had to get Wing Gundam Zero. Had to do it. And this was $25. Told Jordan I wouldn't have even picked it up if I knew he was going to do that. But, dude, I can't lie. I love this thing. It's going to be looking awesome in my collection. Also kind of diversifies my collection a little bit, too. But, yeah, man. Not a super comic book heavy like some of the ones in the past, but that is okay. I kind of like mixing it up. And I absolutely love that the boys got involved this time and Elizabeth got involved this time. And we had a few different things to show off. So, I guess I'll end it there and put a bow on it and everything. Thank you for watching, and please continue to tune in. We're trying to crank out some content, so please support the channel. We just hit 200 subscribers, and I also just watched the Packers and Cowboys tie in a 40-40 game. So it's been a pretty cool weekend. So, all right, thanks for watching.